Yeah, what's up guys, it's NLW here, back again with another unboxing video. Now I know there's a lot of new people to the channel, so if you are new, welcome. NLW Turbo is going to be coming out this Tuesday, but for now, I've got another unboxing for you. So I just got this package, don't know what's inside, we're going to open it up. But before I get into it, make sure you like the video, also comment down below what your favourite figure is in this shipment. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as we open it up, you can see it is my Elite 84 set of 6 order from Ringside. So we'll go through them one by one, just quickly. Getting them out of the box, we've got regular Jeff Hardy. And then we have the Messiah's follower, Buddy Murphy. And a wrestler who I've really been wanting to see in figure form. We've got Garza. And we'll get some of the packaging out there. And this one as well, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, complete with his new shirt and everything. He's a figure that I've been really looking forward to getting. As well as Sheamus, an updated Sheamus. And finally, we come on to Rhea Ripley. I've wanted this figure for a while. I'm glad to see her in figure form. You bet she's going to be added to NLW soon. So, there you see the complete set. I'll just get them up on the table and we'll take a closer dive into them. Let's get into the review. So, starting on the left, we have the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. And what can I say? Well, I can't really complain about getting another Jeff Hardy. It would have been nice to have one that isn't blue, because a lot of them do follow the same colour pattern, although I have ordered the Chase from Ringside, so that'll be coming at the end of the month, the red one. So I do prefer that one, but this one, it's got some good qualities to it. Again, like I said, even though not a massive fan of the blue, I do like the face paint regardless, and also a nice new back tat that's updated. That absolutely looks fantastic. The joints move fine, but let's go on to the accessories as well. So it comes with this rubber shirt, which I'm digging. This also comes with a Chase. And it comes with this thing, which I almost lost in the recycling when I was opening it out of the packet. And the spare pair of hands that aren't the standard, these hands. But I would like to see ones with open palms, because most of them just come with these fists, and I hate the fists on the WWE figures. I wish they were more like these ones that were open so you could hold weapons and things. But overall, solid figure. If I had one complaint, don't make it blue, get some more creative attires in there. But like I said, you know, we've got the red attire in the Chase and I've pre-ordered that, so it is a good figure. If you like Jeff Hardy, go and buy it. Next up though, we've got the Disciple, Murphy. And again, like before, this is just basically the same attire as his current run as the Disciple, although I don't know what's going on with him and Aaliyah at the moment. I don't know if they dropped it or what's going on with that storyline, but regardless of that, again, you can see the long black tights, similar to his Chase figure from Elite 72, I want to say, and it's the same essential setup. I would give this a pass if you're not a massive Murphy fan or you already own a Murphy figure, because I would say it's nothing special, although I do appreciate the updated attire, and it's it's more posable than the other Murphy figure, I think, because the other Murphy figure, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of confusing in terms of the way it moves, but the arms are more, I think they've improved the arms for this figure. So, scratch what I said, I would buy it. Again, and this one comes with a shirt, which is a nice addition. I can use that for Seth Rollins as well to make an updated attire for him, and standard shush hands as well. So again, a solid figure, aside from the fact that I'm not a massive fan of black attires. I prefer the multicoloured ones. But again, if you don't already own a Murphy figure, I'd go and buy it. It's a solid pick. And next up, we have Angel Garza, God's Gift to Women. And the head sculpt, again, I do like it, although I would have preferred the slick back hair. It would have been nice to see an extra head sculpt of that, like the one with Roman Reigns, which I'll get to in a moment. But that would have been a nice addition. It comes with these pants, these rip-off pants, which I'll try and take off and put on again in a moment. And of course the extra pair of hands here, in addition to the open hands here. And when I was watching NXT, I think it was like a year ago, he was my favourite part of it as the NXT champion. His matches with Lio Rush were fantastic. It's a shame we don't really get to see a lot of it on the main roster, but it is what it is. So these pants, they're tear away. I'm going to try and take them off now, but I'll put the camera down just so I can get my hands around it. So here's what he looks like underneath. Again, I do like the tights design, even though it is quite simple. It is solid, and again, it moves very well. It's very poseable, as I can see there. Did a little pose there. And I'll show you the pants. So it's a little bit confusing once you get them off, but if you just put them around the waist like this and then close them together, it's more easy to get the hang of it. I did try while I put the camera down to do it a few times, and it's not as bad as it looks. But aside from that confusion, solid figure. I'd say it's probably my favourite out of the lot so far. So quick editor's note, after I've already finished filming the video, this hand was extremely loose when I put it in. So what I would recommend is getting a little bit of blue tack, putting it in to the hole and then forcing the hand in there as well, and the problem is fixed. Should have really put them in and tried that out in the review, but it is what it is. Anyway, back to the video. Now we move on to the big man, Sheamus. Big ol' Irish lad. So this head sculpt, again, I like the update to the head sculpt. Out of all of the figures, it's probably the one I wouldn't have bought had I not bought the full set, but it's still a good figure nonetheless. The only problem with it at the moment I can see is this hand is quite loose, as you can see. But aside from that, again, it's a solid figure, quite stiff, but it's good at movements, so, you know, you can pose it, do your bro kick and whatnot. Comes with this little pendant around his neck. And I put him down, and he comes with an updated shirt, which is good to see. And these hands too. So I would say, aside from maybe, I don't know if they did an elite with him in the Mohawk, they probably did, but this is probably the best Sheamus out there at the moment in terms of his head sculpt and posability, and the attire I do like as well. Again, I'm not a fan of black attires, but this one, I like the silver, I like what's going on there. So, good figure, aside from the loose hand there, but I don't know if that's just me or if that's a factory issue. Nonetheless, we'll move on to Rhea Ripley, former NXT Women's Champion and runner-up in this year's Royal Rumble, although some say she should have won, but that's besides the point. Again, I love the head sculpt on this one. I've seen a couple of people say they're not a fan of it, but I think it really captures her. And the women's figures, as I said in a couple other reviews before, I think they've really stepped up their game with these women's figures. Before, they weren't posable at all, they were really bad and clunky, but now you can pose them just like any other figure. Because before, they had a limited range of movement, but these ones, they stand really well. So people who maybe have been hesitant to put them in their pick feds before because of the posability issues, that has been fixed now. And I think the recent crop of women's figures, whether that be the most recent Sasha Banks figure, you know, the Ronda Rouseys and the Becky Lynches and whatnot, this Rhea Ripley figure, very good. I love the attire, I love the detail and the chains and the gear, the jacket. Again, I do like the chains and I love the detail and the gear. And this also comes with, you know, your standard extra pair of hands. So, fantastic women's figure. Again, I'd say this is my favourite so far just because of the way that it moves, it's posable, and I like the detail in the jeans. So, again, solid figure. Now we move on to the final figure of the set. It is the Tribal Chief, the big dog, Roman Reigns. So you've got this head sculpt here, which is his hair down, and you've also got this head sculpt where his hair is in the bun, so he does that for the promos with Paul Heyman. It comes with an extra pair of hands, so you've got the Hang 10 and the other pair, which is just the standard fist. And it also comes with this neat little shirt, which he wore upon his return to WWE. So it's good to see that there. They probably were planning this release before the pandemic, so I can understand how this might have been just a standard 2020, early 2020 release, I should say. You just add the shirt and boom, it's updated. So I do appreciate that. The only thing that I'm not feeling with this figure, again, I like the tattoos. I think the tattoos are updated. I'll take it off in a moment just to show you. But the thing that I'm not really digging is how big the chest piece looks on Roman Reigns. It's sticking out and protruding quite a bit. And up front, it doesn't look as good because this part doesn't stay down as it should. So maybe with a little bit of tweaking, it'll be fixed. I don't know, maybe it doesn't look too bad from far, but I don't know, what do you guys think? So just from posing it around a little bit, I can already tell you it's better than most of the Roman Elites out there, particularly the one I have that I've got from, I think it's like one of the Elite 50s around that area. It's stiffer, so it's not as loose as the other Roman figures, and although it doesn't come with the updated tattoo, because he obviously recently got his tribal tattoos more recently updated, it's still a good figure, and I like the detail in the face. The head scan is much more accurate than it was before. Sorry, Rhea. But again, I like the hands, I like the shirt, I like the extra head sculpt here. I mean, the eyes are a little bit off, but I absolutely adore this head scan here. I think it's a much better Roman figure. It's probably the best one out there at the moment because of his new vicious heel character. But I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you think it's a good figure? If you've got it already, let me know in the comments below. But now, I'm going to rank them, best to worst. Let's see what ranks. Okay, so I've ranked them roughly in where I prefer each figure, so it's going best to worst. Starting off, we've got Rhea Ripley. I absolutely adore the chains on the gear, and I think the head scan is very good. Also, for a women's figure, it's very well posed, so definitely going to add her to NLW at some point. Next up, I'm choosing Jeff Hardy. Even though the front may be nothing special, I have to put it second because of the amazing work on the back tat that he's got going on there. Next up, Roman Reigns, because I feel like this is a much more posable Reigns than we've seen in the past. Also, I love the expression on the face. You can see his viciousness coming through there. Next up, Angel Garza. Although I love the figure, it is quite basic with just the plain G, and the tights are quite basic, you know, it's just what it is, but I do like the figure regardless. And still, you got Buddy Murphy in second to last. Not because of anything personal, I just feel like we've already seen a Buddy Murphy that's quite similar, and the tights, they're nothing particularly new, although it is good and it is posable, and I do like the updated Disciple attire. And finally we come on to Sheamus. It's nice to have an updated head scan, but out of all of them, it's the one that I personally wouldn't have bought had I not bought the full set, so for that reason he's last, but by no means least, I still think it's a solid figure. But I want to know what you think of my rankings. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Sound off in the comments below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this review. Also comment, let me know how I can improve these reviews in the future. I am still quite new to this, so if I ramble or I'm not particularly describing something well enough in some parts, do let me know so I can improve in future. If you like these kind of videos, subscribe. We've got NLW Turbo coming out on Tuesday, so check that out soon. Got a couple of exclusive pick fed matches for you there. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys later.